Vegas, Nevada. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Baltimore Ravens and the Las Vegas Raiders. Well, we thought this could get interesting. Here's interesting, an onside kick to start this thing. And whistle blown, a timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. They'll start on the ground here on first down. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Play action. Now Jackson. Rolling, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Defense is always talking about not letting Lamar Jackson get comfortable. A good job there on his opening drive of making him uncomfortable.
And you're talking about doing it so early in the game because all week long, there's been anxiety on the defensive side of the ball. How do we keep this guy hemmed in? How do we tackle him? To get it done that early, that's got to feel great for them.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to air one out. He's got a man complete. 20, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Definitely going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
Good for Las Vegas. 29. First and 10.
Carr now on first down. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. The first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
Carr now on first down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 17-yard line.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Austin Eckler from 17 yards out. And the Raiders are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 34.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. And old Coach Remind used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Quick strike out wide by Jackson. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on it.
They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have moved out in front. Tucker with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the score that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
6-18.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. They'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he's going to have the Raiders' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available. An incompletion as a result.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And some room to maneuver. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the 1st quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage.
And now it's blocked. It's picked up, a live ball here, remember. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Well, there's a blocked extra point. I remember playing and we had one of those go against us. I remember our kicker and our holder told the head coach, just relax, coach. Why are you yelling? Don't worry, it's just 1 point. Oh, my. Those coaches see a point is gold to them because you never know how it's going to turn out later.
Exactly. That's why I was just going to say 1st quarter. We'll see if this has any implications as the game goes on.
I still can't believe they told the head coach to relax. Whoa.
Bad move. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now, right now, they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing in too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Jackson. He's going to air one out. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Noah Igbinoghene. And the Raiders are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this 1st quarter of play. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
Now a play fake. Carr. And that is incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And it's complete to Adams. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
A loss of 2 brings up second and goal.
Carr. Caught on the slant. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a third and goal.
4 yards on the pickup. It's now third and goal.
To throw, it's Carr. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on third and goal. Let's see what they do on fourth and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on fourth and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
The kick by Carlson is good, and they have regained the lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look at a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster. Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Throwing is Jackson.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Jackson now.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And it's a fumble, and the Raiders pick it up. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Hands it off out of the gun. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. And the slot man goes in motion left. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 110 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this divisional round matchup. On play action, now Carr. Got a man, it's Darren Waller. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On play action, it's Carr. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
To throw again on second down. Carr. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. And from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. But an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust.
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take the blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Carl trying again on second down. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all of those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
DC ready? Hey, middle. Hey, top.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. He's got room past the 30 and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr looking deep for Adams. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those. But the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. A give, Eckler running to the right. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 118 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
They've been running it well all game, and why not? The big guys up front, they're just having a ball creating monster holes for their guys to run through.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Once more, here's Eckler. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now they'll throw with Carr. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Marcus Williams. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
It's not. Let's go.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. Taken down at the 30.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Jackson. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
And he will have a Ravens first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. And the tight end goes in motion left.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Jackson from the shotgun. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling the back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
3rd and goal, Jackson.
That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Bateman.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are able to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. From 17 yards out.
And the Ravens continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game.
Raiders 16.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 38-yard line.
1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game.
2nd and 10.
It's Eckler again, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Play action. Now it's Carr.
He'll look downfield for Waller.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
And the Ravens are going to have it here just past the 25.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game.
He's got it at the 15. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Rashad Bateman
saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
And the Ravens are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this 4th quarter lead.
Tucker with the extra point, and that will bump the lead up to 26.
Well, for all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh no! And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And the final number on that throw, boy, it traveled an even 69 yards.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board. Yeah.